How do, ladies, gentlemen, and others? It's me, Rustin Charmaine, and the day has come. Well, actually, it kind of hasn't where I am, but thankfully, my PC is currently in New Zealand. Thanks again, Kiwis. Yeah, it's time. Even an Arcadia by Sleep Token is out. Now, I made a video the other day saying I'm not that excited about it, but now that it's actually here, I kind of am. Hopefully, that excitement continues throughout the next... actually, I'll know how long. 56 minutes. Probably be a lot longer than that because I'm going to waffle. As you can maybe see there, next to genre, it's not been filled in on album of the year, and I feel like that is probably correct. 87 average based on 3 reviews, but then there's 4 here that average 80. So maybe that's just not updated yet. But yeah, NME giving it 100, 80 from Metal Hammer and Kerrang, and then 60 from Rolling Stone. Pretty high spread, to be fair, so that should be good. User score 68, but I dare say there's already quite a few. Yeah, there you go. 100. I would love for a button, although people will just abuse this, but I would love for a way to filter everything below 10 and everything above 90 and give an average of that. Not as the main average here, but just to see. Because there's so many haters who just drop like 6. Have you even listened to it? I dare say Ballfart Monkey has not listened to anything. And João Vitor's 100, really. I haven't listened to it yet, but I'm confident it's not going to be 100. There's no rate the tracks yet on the album. I imagine there will be at some point, but I'm here too early. Speaking of here too early, when we did Damocles, the single, I was here too early for Genius to have even close to accurate lyrics. I'm not here quite as early this time, but I'll have my ears open better. We can try and spot the fraudulent entries, but hopefully there aren't any. I mean, people have heard this album like days ago, so hopefully it's filled in properly. Anyway, yeah, not much more to say. My computer might struggle a little bit because the Genius tab has been you can't see it, but it's been spinning up here the entire time because, again, my PC thinks it's halfway around the globe in the opposite hemisphere. Shall we listen to it then? Track number 1 is Look to Windward. It's 7 minutes and 47 seconds long. Sleep Token's new, what will it be, 3rd longest song, behind the title track of the last album and the final track of this one. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Look to Windward. I didn't expect a polyphonic ringtone to start. Okay, interesting. It's not a polyphonic ringtone, it's like a early mid-90s video game music. Like, this is giving me, I don't know, I'm expecting like Samus to come running on screen or something.
Will you listen just as my form starts to fission, losing this war of attrition? Just as I drift away, will you hold this eclipse in me? Will you hold this eclipse in me? Will you
New Castlevania theme song. Castlevania Eclipse.
With the shadows longer to me than a light, moving so slow I could die. Say you can let me say, will you hold this eclipse in me? Will you hold this eclipse in me? Will you hold this eclipse in me? Will you hold this eclipse in me?
Oh, build that shit slowly, man. So, there's 8 minutes. We have got all the time in the world. Let's just raise up.
Now I know why I woke up here on the shoreline, coughing up blood in the twilight. Everything looks the same. Will you hold this eclipse in me? 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 Will you hold this eclipse in me?
Ooh.
Will you hold this eclipse in me?
La Val du Temps. Everyone's doing that shit this year, man. We've hit halfway. I don't want to read it. I don't want to read ahead. I'll wait. Tuesday. How you doing, too? Now we go.
I've got eyelids heavy enough
There we go.
diamonds. You pray for sound and I pray for silence. Damn right fate.
What's that reference to?
I can't deny you'll find me with half a mind to get violent. Over till I say it's over. No more little angel sitting on my shoulder. So give me the edge of a blade and a time and a place, and I'll leave them cold and pushing up borders. Walking with God, so merely stumbling forth until there's fire at the gates, until I fall to the floor. You know I'll live by the feather and die by the sword, and I will sunder the earth only to burn the reward. Even in this garden of gardens, I am the god of the gaps. I am the demon of Sodom. I am the blood of an angel, the fate of the fallen. Nobody knows where I came from, even I have forgotten. How can I already lose my way like this? Drowning in burning bright abyss, keeping it stratosphere.
Oh, yeah, slow it down.
I used to know myself.
Yeah, so this is just Queen now. I'm here for it.
You used to know me well.
2 minutes left.
Oh, and I wish that I
Whoa.
could leave myself alone. You wish that you could let
Euclid.
me.
And we're back to the video game music. Because it is like 8-bit, 16-bit sounding, but it's like a pulse rather than, I mean, it is notes, but you know what I mean, there's no melody to it, it's just dun 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 dun. You know, it actually reminds me of now that I've thought about it, about the song as well. I should have seen that coming. Yeah. Oh. Alright, don't fade into anything. I mean, I've heard it before. We all have, but it doesn't matter. First reaction, I prefer that to any of the singles. I really, really liked that. I'm addicted to doing numbers. I'm going to still do numbers, even though I can't do numbers yet. But once you can do numbers on the album of the year, I'll come back and fill the numbers in. So, based on the singles, and as the singles came out and we spoke about them a lot, it became quite clear that this album's going to be about the relationship between Vessel and Redacted. If this is your first time on the channel, Redacted is what we call the man underneath the Vessel mask. We don't say his name here. If you put his name in a comment, I'll delete it. Until such time when they decide that they want to use their real names in public, we shouldn't either. Anyway, with that in mind, let's have a read of these lyrics. 'Cause I was reading them, they were on the screen as I was listening, but it's the first time listening to a song that went all over the place. I didn't pay all that much attention. Paid attention down here, trying to pick up what it was that the person who wrote this couldn't hear, but I couldn't really hear it either. I think I heard the word say, but it was so in the background and it was so high, like both in the mixing, it felt like spatially high, but also it was really high pitched. I was really struggling to hear anything. Honestly, I think you might as well get rid of those because it's so unhearable that I don't think whatever the words are going to be too important. Like if they were important words, you'd make them more. I keep wanting to say the word legible, but that's when it's written down. What is it when it's audible? Yeah, that's the one. I'd love if Audible sponsored me. Imagine the money. Oh. Anyway, will you listen just as my form starts to fission? So fission must mean nuclear fission, which is usually when something disintegrates and the disintegration of that is very rapid and the particles move in a certain way and you can somehow harness power from that, probably from them colliding and it creating heat. I don't know that much about nuclear fission. I think that's it. The neutrons get shot out at really high speed and then something needs to slow them down a bit so that they can collide rather than bouncing off each other. And when they collide, they split each other. And that creates an intense amount of heat when it happens a lot in a confined space. And then that heat can turn water into vapor, which then turns a turbine. I think that's how a nuclear reactor works. But anyway, so that's what his body's doing. His body is starting to, or his form, it doesn't say body, it says form. It starts to fission. And he wants to know if we'll listen. So based on what I think the album's going to be about and how the rest of the song goes, this could be Vessel talking to Sleep one last time, or it could more likely maybe Vessel talking to Redacted. Will you listen just as my form starts to fission? So as Redacted doesn't need Vessel anymore and Vessel can feel that he's disintegrating and wants Redacted to listen. Losing this war of attrition, which will come back in a later song, as we know, just as I drift away. So, okay, will you halt this eclipse in me? So eclipse, the light towards is being blocked. So yeah, I think it's Redacted beginning to step away from needing Vessel. That's how I'm reading that. And this is Vessel saying, hey, listen, you still need me, buddy. With the shadows longer to me than a light year, so we're very, very, very late in the day. The sun is as close to setting as possible. In fact, I think that's closer to setting as possible, because I don't think you could really be on a planet where the curvature of the planet... Never mind. I don't think your shadow could be a light year long. Moving so slow I could die here. So maybe just lethargy. I don't know what that means necessarily. Say you can let me stay. Say you can let me. Say you can let me say. Does it say that or does it say stay? That'll be about there, won't it?
Will you hold this eclipse and will you hold this with the shadows longer to me than a light year, moving so slow I could die. Say you can let me say.
Does say. Okay, so it doesn't want to beg to stay. It does just want to be able to ask the question. This is going to be a long video. I'm going to go through it because why not? Now I know why I woke up here on the shoreline, coughing up blood in the twilight. Everything looks the same. So coughing up blood is that's from St. Porcelain Stain. What's that? Is that Ascensionism? Yeah, it is. There's another callback later, isn't there? There's a few actually. So we've come out of the sea. So that's kind of coming from the depths of the sea. That's Tomb. So again, we're waking up post the storyline of the previous albums in Arcadia. And it looks the same as the last place, which is another thing that I think the next song is going to say as well, isn't it? I probably won't spend as long on those because we've talked about them before. I've got eyelids heavy enough to break diamonds, so I'm tired. Extremely tired. And diamonds, again, is stuff that we've talked about in reference to sleep before. Her teeth are diamonds. You pray for sound, I pray for silence. You need the melody, I only need the silence. Is that higher? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Down by fate as I can't deny, you'll find me with half a mind to get violent. This all felt like sleep talking. From the diamonds, from the sound and the silence, from the mind to get violent. So maybe this is like the version of Vessel that's been turned by her, which we also saw in the last album. No more my little angel sitting on my shoulder. I think that's a reference to sleep as well. So give me the edge of a blade and a time and a place to offer in a duel, and I'll leave them golden pushing up boulders. So pushing up boulders, I immediately thought of Sisyphus, but then is Sisyphus golden? Is anything about Sisyphus gold? I don't know enough about it. I researched it a little bit for when I covered the last Holding Absence album, because that references Sisyphus as well. This may not even be about Sisyphus, maybe nothing to do with it. It might just mean that I've buried him under a mountain or something. Don't know. Well, that might be, because wasn't Jesus buried in like a tomb in a mountain, and then we're going to talk about God a lot in the next bit? Maybe. Waking with God, so many stumbling forth until there's fire at the gates and I fall to the floor. So yeah, we ascended to a level of a God with Vessel in the last album, so I think this is Vessel. Fire at the gates is just, there's people here to attack us. Live by the feather and die by the sword. We put down the roses and pick up the sword. Also a feather is like a quill, so it's like the pen is mightier than the sword. There's probably reference to that there as well. Of course, we've got Damocles coming later for swords. But I think it just means I live by the feather. I guess I'm very delicate and tender, but if you push me, the sword will come out. And now it's under the earth, won't need to burn the rewards. That kind of alludes to that's what this means. Like pushing up boulders, being buried deep. Even in the garden of God's Eden, I am the God of the gaps. So I still don't fit in even here. I'm the demon of Sodom. So Sodom and Gomorrah. I don't know too much about those stories. All I know is that Sodom is now, named after Sodom is sodomy. And if you don't know what that is, just Google it on a non-work or school computer. I am the blood of an angel. So the blood of an angel would be like a tragic thing. Angels shouldn't bleed. The fate of the fallen, nobody knows where I came from. Even I have forgotten. So is this Redacted and Vessel forgetting who they are individually? How can I already lose my way like this? Drowning in burning bright abyss, even in stratospheric depths, the vertigo of bliss. Just a bit of playing with down, up, down. Cool. Like stratospheric depths. Like a stratosphere is something really high. It isn't a deep thing, and that's kind of the point. Always felt I can leave myself alone. You wish you could make me whole. I think I got it right. I think this is Vessel 2 Redacted and maybe redacted to Vessel as well. Maybe it switches. Just one doesn't think they need the other anymore, and one really still does need the other. And so that leads us nicely into a song we've heard before. I can't just hit play because I brought it way back here. Okay, next song. Oh no, I want to do numbers, don't I? Oh, stick to the things that you're saying. Well, let's hit refresh. Let's see, because someone may have put the track thing on. No, I think the track list rate tracks becomes available when there's so many reviews. And there we go. The score's updated, so it's now 80-70, much more balanced. So we'll just have to do it in here. So a couple of line breaks. Look to Windward. And by the way, I'm not just going to copy for Caramel, Emergence, and Damocles. I'm not just going to copy my numbers from before. I'm going to come up with a new number now within the context of the album. And with how good Look to Windward was, I dare say Emergence is going to go up. That was really, really good. I compared it to La Val du Temps in the middle. If you don't know that song, it's from the new Landmarks album. Listen to it now. In fact, no, not now. Stay with this video. At the end of this video, go and listen to that. In fact, go and watch my video. You can watch me listen to it. Join the Ko-fi. I didn't do my advert stuff. Shit. Okay, well, I'll do it after this. Right, Look to Windward. I'm going 86. I thought that was fucking great. Right. You can't get this video early because it's a Friday release. So I literally record it, edit it, upload it, and it's public. But every other video I do, on Mondays I do a poll on YouTube to see what you want me to listen to. On Wednesdays I just choose something to listen to. And then on any other day of the week that I think of an idea, I'll make like discussion videos, essay videos, whatever. If you want to get them early, you can go to Ko-fi and become a member on any level. They all get early access, and then the other tiers get other things like you may have seen at the very beginning of the video, a bunch of people I'm thanking. You can join that tier as well. You can also buy merch. I have a logo. I put it on clothing. I also did a special t-shirt for trans rights in the UK via a charity called Transactual. Any proceeds from those t-shirts will go to Transactual to push back against what this country is doing to minimise the rights, or just outright eradicate the human rights of trans people. There we go. I also want to mention in the intro, I was excited to listen to the album. I also want to mention in the intro that I recorded another Taylor Swift video. Thanks for all the views on that one. I don't know how much the crossover between my Sleep Token audience and my Taylor Swift audience is going to be, but I recorded another one, and Disney have blocked it worldwide. They're claiming it contains footage from a documentary, which it does not. It's literally this. It's me here on this bit of the screen, and then on that bit of the screen it's the same as this has been so far. It's the lyrics on Genius and Album of the Year, and then at the very bottom down here it's just me playing the album. So I don't know what the content ID is. I've disputed it, but it's Disney, so I've not got particularly high hopes. But so if you want to see that, if you liked the other Taylor Swift video, which got in a lot of views on it for my average, if you want to see another one, there's one on the Ko-fi, and unfortunately it may only ever be on the Ko-fi. Right, there we go. Emergence time. Oh dear. Let's try not to sing along, shall we, Royston, and ruin it?
Well, you were late in verse, living on a promised word. Well, I am the rose you relinquished again. You and I are down head first in another world I had. But I have a feeling we're close to the end.
With how much I'm going to be mouthing lyrics, I hope I've got the audio sync right, otherwise I'll look like an absolute idiot. The new context. Can you... What did he say? Can you fix the eclipse in me or something? It's time to emerge. No, I'm not going to remove what's blocking the light from you. You just come out from behind it. It's already better. It's all coming together.
Are you carbide on my nano? Red glass on my light bulb. Dark light on my culture. Sapphire on my white gold. Burst out on my chest and hide out in the vents. My blood beats so alive. My bite right through your lenses. Midnight in my
I got it wrong.
drowning out the daylight.
So hard to get that timing right.
My enemies will be asking for that call sign. You know the behavior. Canines of the savior. Glory to the legion. Trauma for the neighbors.
Yeah, it makes more sense now with the context. No, I didn't just bump into the green screen. What do you mean? There's nothing there, look. You can see there's nothing there. Look, that's the Genius page there. I've blown it up. It's a massive screen. What do you mean you can see artifacting around the edges of my head? Don't worry about it.
I've got solar blast for your dead god, space dust for your fuel rods, dark days for your solstice, dancing through the depths of hellfire on the wind.
Man, this bit's good.
From within my blood beats so alive, my tear right through my skin. So tell me what you meant by living past your half-life and lockstep with the universe and your well-versed in the afterlife. You know that I'm sanctified by what's below, no matter what you do, no matter where you go. You might be the one to take away the pain and let my mind go quiet. And nothing else is
Yes, this is them coming to an agreement then, kind of. We can coexist. Let's do this shit. You and me, buddy, let's go. Real world, can we make it? Based on what we've heard from the later parts of the album already, no. Sorry, I'm singing out loud, aren't I? I need a mute button. That way I can sing to my heart's content and you don't have to listen to it. You know what it said. Sometimes I forget you're here. Alright. Yeah, good song that, innit? Good song. I'm joking. I got you. How well can you read that on the screen? Shall I blow it up one more size? Yeah? Yeah, about like that? Is that better? Can't be too big, kind of people watching this on a phone. Alright. Do, 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 do. So, I think the score I gave this when I did it on its own was 72. I've gone 82. I'm now considering that maybe a slight bit high. Did I manage to click pause perfectly on the transition then? Because I was waiting in case it started playing, it didn't. Okay. I think the context really helps it. I think following Look to Windward really helped it as well, even though there was several minutes of me waffling in between. Do I need to waffle too much about this one? I think the only bit of context it adds is, you know, come out from underneath who you were. Out from underneath as well, like we were talking about things being buried in the last song. And yeah, emerge. Let's have a look. What was the wording in Look to Windward? Because I already forgot. Will you halt this eclipse in me? And then time to emerge. So, yeah, this is Redacted speaking to Vessel then. And the last song was Vessel speaking to Redacted. That's the way round I think it is. Tell me if I'm wrong if you like. That's fine. And yeah, the added context adds so much to that. Makes it so much better. My criticisms from the time I still think are valid. I still think it feels a bit like all the parts of Take Me Back to Eden that were popular, you know, one after the other in a song. It's a very safe choice for the first single because it sounds so much like everything that's in the last album that blew up. And I think that tinted my perception of the song negatively. If I treat it as just a standalone song, regardless of previous work, I think it's actually better than 72. And then with the added context of the album, I think it makes it even better. So yeah, 82. Next up, if I move my e-cig out of the way of the keyboard. In fact, I can just use this keyboard. This setup is complicated. I will improve it once I have some money. The next song is called Past Self. Past Self. And it is Sleep Token's third ever explicit song. The first being Nazareth, Let's Fuck Her Up, and then the second being it's God's. My fucking form is but a wreck beneath them. He says like he doesn't know. Yeah, thanks Trin Exists for that, pointing that out to me. So yeah, we're going to get a fuck in this probably. Everyone excited? We're getting fucked, let's go. Past Self.
Are you gonna dance on the line with me? You know it's not a game or a fantasy.
Okay.
I don't even know who I used to be, but nothing is the same, and some things have to change now. Are you gonna dance on the line with me? You know it's not a game or a fantasy, and I don't even know who I used to be.
Very dark signs
So
far.
And some things have to change now, now. Clawed out of my woodwork, bolts out of my blue depths, in and out of my dreamscapes. People acting different. One look at my past self, double taking my cash flow.
Shit, not
apologizing for shit that frankly I stopped thinking of years ago. And you know I deliberate on cutting out the demons. I still need a dark side, they just need a reason. The passage of the hours into rushing through the seasons, falling through my mind with the leaves on the tree. So keep me alive, keep me believing that now is the time to take it or leave it. Gave away all my blessings, lift off, weightless, torn apart by the true believers who turned out to be faithless. Are you gonna dance on the line with me? You know it's not a game or a fantasy, and I don't even know who I used to be, but nothing is the same, and some things have to change now. Are you gonna dance on the line with me? You know it's not a game or a fantasy, and I don't even know who I used to be, but nothing is the same, and some things have to change now. And you the guardian angel, hacking into my brain cells, stepping up from my future, uploading my true self. Did I get this far for nothing, or are you the reward? Guarding hands in this hell house, opening. And if this is love, then I am out of hesitation. Head over heels at elevation, walking an inch above the pavement, taking it stride by stride together. If it's
Negatives first. That beat with both the drum beat and the synth sounds like something I could have made, and I am shit at making beats. That wasn't good. I didn't like that at all. The production, it sounded nice, like the drums will pop in, but it was just a few seconds worth of a sample just looped with like a trap beat on it. And normally when Sleep Token do that, they do that along with other things like synths that come in. The songs have different sections, not just like a heavy part coming in, but think of like ARCADIA, how many different segments that moves through. This didn't move through anything. It just stayed in the same place the entire time. This could have been a Drake song, and Drake's shit. So yeah, this was bad. Positives. The lyrics follow what I kind of thought the story of the first two was. But it's positives. I mean, positives for me, not for the music. The music was bad. Are you going to dance on the line with me? So I was saying, yeah, we're going to coexist moving forward, and that's what this is about. You know, it's not a game or a fantasy. It's not like you fall in love with the god of sleep who's evil. This is real life now, or we're going to do this for real. That's what this is. This is Redacted reabsorbing the part of himself that he formed into Vessel back into himself. That's what this is about. Past self. Makes sense. I don't really need to go through all the lyrics individually, because this first line is what all of them are saying. Pretty much. It didn't really, unless I missed something, it didn't really say anything more than just that initial sentiment, which is again reminds me of like a Drake type song where it's just saying the same thing. References to previous songs again. You got me up in a frenzy again. Is that? Oh, it's towards the end of Sundowning. I know it is. You got me. What song is that? I know you're planning to leave in the end. Say that you will? I'm going to say that you will. I'll get one of these wrong, and that'll open the door for commenters to call me, ha ha ha, you fucking idiot. It's actually give. It might actually be give. It's a long time since I made that video, guys, alright? Anyway, yeah, this was pants. I didn't like it. Is it below an average song? No. Would I call it good? No. So we're in the 50 range. 58. Not good. Let's get better, please. Dangerous. Now, dangerous has to be heavy. Come on now. You can't go being a metal band and calling a song dangerous and having it not whip my dick. Let's go. Let's have it.
I wish I could have known that
Vessel, hi.
Back out of my mind across the line. When was the last time I felt like this? Dark desire and tainted place. It's like you're dangerous to me. I notice every time we meet, I feel the ground beneath my feet giving way. You've got me talking in my sleep as if you're conquering my dreams. You have awakened what's beneath.
Delete again. Okay.
But I thought I could resist you. Something in me just cannot
Okay.
resist to blur the lines just one last time. So when's the last time you tasted blood? Or what would it take to stem the fire? And I am caught in time.
That was one of the teaser things, wasn't it? Won't you show me how to dance forever? Okay.
Won't you show me how to dance forever?
Okay.
Won't you show me how to dance
Hmm. 1 minute.
out of my mind across the line? When was the last time I felt like that?
Yeah, just wanted to listen to the beginning because I just wanted to see if anything changed into the Tokyo Drift section, and it was the same synth, but it just sounded better up here. And I think Vessel was singing his fucking head off in this first part. You could probably tell by my face, didn't enjoy that either. Two main problems. I thought the Tokyo Drift section didn't sound good. The beat didn't really work. Let's listen to it again real quick.
Just one last time. So when's the last time you tasted blood or what?
Nah, no, doesn't work. And then the drop into just really distorted heavy guitars, like muddy distorted, like can't pick out a note distorted heavy guitars, just comes out of nowhere. But the problem is I can see that the next song is Caramel, and I know that the next song's going to do the exact same thing, so, and do it better. Yeah, I didn't like this either. Lyrically, story. I wish I could have known that look in your eyes. I wish I could have known that look in your eyes would echo in mine. And that look in your eyes doesn't. That's not a line break. Look in your eyes would echo in mine and go back. Well, it is you, so kind of makes sense. Out of my mind across the line. When was the last time I felt like this? Dark desire and tainted bliss. Okay, so what I said in the last song is happening. The two halves are converging into one, and the two mental states are trying to merge, and they don't coexist very well. Yeah, that's that. Yeah, it doesn't. I don't think it says too much more than that, does it? It starts getting more aggressive as the beat comes in, but that's just, you know, the verbiage that they put on the rap beats because it fits. Yeah. Oh, numbers. It's better than Past Self because the beginning part's really good and it ends better, but not much better. 63. All right, next up, Caramel. I think I gave this 79 the first time, but I'll tell you. You know, after I made that video where I said I wasn't excited, I listened to all 3 singles again, and they were all better than I thought I remembered them. Maybe I'm just inconsistent. That's definitely true. Caramel. Let's have it. Oh, my computer on this New Zealand VPN is now trying to load the music videos for the singles. I'd rather you didn't. But YouTube Music is the only thing that's up and running that falls for VPNs. That's the only one that works with. Alright. We know this one. I'll try not to sing too much.
Count me out like sovereigns, pay back for the good times. Right foot in the roses, left foot on a landmine. I'm not gonna be there, tripping on the grapevine. They can sing the words while I cry into the bass.
I'm gonna dance so much.
Wear me out like Prada, devil in my detail. I swear it's getting harder.
I'll put it in the other videos before, but I'll put it in this as well. The what's his name? Oh, what's his name? Milchick dancing in the finale of Severance. It just fits so well, and it's what my mind immediately goes to.
Stick to me like caramel.
Shut up.
Walk beside me till you feel nothing as well. They ask me, is it going good in the garden? Say I'm lost, but
People wondering why I like this and not the last two. This moves, it shapes, it's different, it has different sections. and it doesn't really go back to one when it's done with it, and it's just fucking funky, man. Listen to this and don't dance. I'm struggling right now. That line's so good. Pretty sure it's and there's no one left to turn up, but
too young to get bitter over it all, too old to retaliate like before, too blessed to be caught ungrateful, I know. So I'll keep dancing along to the rhythm. This stage is a prison, a beautiful nightmare. Prison, a beautiful nightmare.
What a fucking good song, man.
I'll take what I'm given, the deepest incisions. I thought I got better, but maybe I didn't.
So that's another reason not to do this, because like I dare say on the album it's not going to go Jade. Like even okay, in fact Emergence didn't link to the video. Why is it only Caramel and Looks Like Damocles will as well? Stupid. Anyway, yeah, that's a really fucking good song, isn't it? Let's go. Do I want to go as high as Look to Windward? I really enjoyed that. I think I have to though. I think that's better. I think it's better. I'm gonna go. Actually, no. I'm gonna go with this 86, and I'm gonna knock Windward down 85. Really, really good song. It doesn't fit lyric. We've been through this lyrically in, I think 3 videos on the channel, so I won't do it again. But I don't think it fits in the story that these 4 set up. But that's fine. It's just an aside. It's just Vessel talking to you, telling you to stop fucking shouting his real name. Well, it's not Vessel. Sorry, it's Redacted talking to you. But then I think the reason why I think it's fine to do that at this point in the album is because it's roughly the halfway point. We've reached a decent break in the story where they combine and it doesn't work, and then we come back into the story, I assume, with the title track. So I think that works. I think that fits. I think that'll do. That'll do, donkey. That'll do, pig. Whichever you prefer. The original or the reference to it. Right. Title track time. Let's have it. I haven't spoken much about Caramel there. Do I need to? We all like that one, don't we? I've seen people who didn't like Emergence. I've seen people who didn't like Damocles. I'm not seeing many people at all within the fandom, of course, who didn't like Caramel. I think, in fact, outside the fandom, it's by far the most disliked. I imagine. Yeah, 42. Fuck off. Look how slow this loads on the VPN. Wow. It's almost like routing your internet around the world twice isn't a good idea. Anyway. But it is if you want to get stuff early. Even in Arcadia. Let's listen to that one. I'd already done it. Sounds familiar. Was that like the teaser sheet music thing? Sounds like that. It's very intriguing. It sounds like a sci-fi flock of birds moving towards me. There's more things where I say stuff like that about similar sounds on Monday's video. Watch that one. Or you can watch it now on Ko-fi. Stop. Sorry. Oof.
Come now, swing wide those gates, 'cause I have paid my penance kindly, waiting time for judgment day.
Okay, here we go.
Somehow I knew my fate. Turns out the gods we thought were dying were just sharpening their blades. Have you been waiting long for me?
He's back.
I am the final dawn. I am the flood. What was missing from those scriptures will be written in my blood. Deep down into the mud. What good is all this talk of wings when there is nothing left above? Have you been waiting long for me? Have you been waiting long? No matter how we feel, we've got a taste for one another and a few good years to kill. No matter what is real, it seems that even in Arcadia you walk beside me still.
That's
Have
it.
you been waiting long?
Should have guessed it there by the word outro, Royston. Dickhead. Reads the word outro, scrolls down for more lyrics.
Have you been waiting long for me?
One EP style instrumental outro. Come on. Alright. Or a violin. Okay. Just one. Oh shit. Provider's gonna go off. My spidey sense is tingling. Provider is gonna go off. Yeah. Alright. I think I'm piecing this together correctly. People will tell me I'm wrong in the comments But I think I'm getting it. I think I'm right. So, Look to Windward, Emergence, Past Stealth, Dangerous. Even though I didn't really like two of those songs, they fit together thematically to tell the first half of a story. Caramel then kind of broke off from that story a little bit to have a go at the fans, which was fair. And now the curtain raises for Act 2, even in Arcadia. And I said he's back, meaning Vessel, because this is all very Vessel-y. But then she's back too. We've got a taste for one another. That can only refer to all the... Oh, I made a video about it. I made a supercut, didn't I? Of all the bite references and taste references and stuff. Now, sorry, Chrono's still ain't great. Get in there. For anyone who... Oh yeah, that video's blocked worldwide. Man, shooting things out of sequence is really messing me up. I keep referring back to things that I talked to you about 2 days ago for me, but I'm like, oh no, that video's not coming up for another week. Like, if anyone watches every video on the channel, you'll notice that I introduced the new green screen 3 videos into having the green screen because it's like the sequence is wrong. I need to wrap my head around that. Anyway, yeah, I think I love this line. We've got a taste for each other and a few good years to kill. So it's like the band's back together. And just by the way, if you are going to get back with an ex, the fact that you have a few good years to kill is not a good reason. But, you know, it's not a bad one, I guess. I just want to get on with listening to Provider, because I feel like there's potential that might be with the best song on the album. I'm going to go 80... Same as Emergence, 82. Really enjoyed it. Slow, simple, and it's a setup. But if Provider's crap, that number may go down, because I do feel like the purpose of that song was a curtain raiser for something big to come. And I know that Damocles ain't it, because Damocles is talking about something else again. So, Provider, I've just pressed Control and P there instead of Shift. Panicked for a moment. Provider, please provide. Let's go. Who can the provider be but Sleep? Is Sleep going to sing to us, telling us that she's the provider? That would work, because she's done that before. Let's go. I'm granting you more than the debt that I owe.
I wanna be a provider.
Nope. That's not what it is.
Granting you a silk like a spider. Roll or die, you bet I'm a rider. You're out of shell, you're a secret insider.
Okay.
I wanna be a provider. Your guiding hand, your final decider. That bit of fuel to your fire, stoke your desire. Just let me know that you're mine. I wanna be a provider. I wanna be a provider.
That glitch was my end.
I find myself hesitating, but I know I would not now. My lover crawled up on you. Do wanna go there? Yes, I do. I wanna do more than just bend the rules. But you've been hitting my phone so hard I find it breathing through a tube, and the I see you. Yeah, I see.
Too obvious. Don't get back with exes, guys. It's not a good idea. Usually. Sometimes it can be, I guess. Redacted, don't do it.
Bodies converse like old friends, exchanging the yes and silence, with something unsaid on both ends. Surely we know the difference. Garnet you with silk like a spider. Roll or die, you bet I'm a rider. Your outer shell, your secret inside it.
That was nice.
And your fingers
We're just fading out, nothing's going to happen. Alright. There were parts of that musically that worked really well for me and parts that kind of didn't. When I was saying don't get back with exes, that's not a hard and fast rule. If it's an amicable ex, if it just wasn't the right time in either of your lives, that kind of thing, it can work if you bring it back. But if it's an ex that you have to write 2 EPs and 3 albums to get over the course of like 8 years, don't go back to it. That's not a good idea. Don't do it. There are plenty more gods in the heavens. Anyway, this could have been from Sleep's perspective, maybe. Referring to themselves as a rider. Heteronormative sex would more likely to be the female, but I guess could not be. Like I know the guys are normally on top, but you wouldn't really refer to yourself as a rider. I don't think. I don't know. Maybe it's just because it rhymes with provider. That's almost certainly it, isn't it? I liked a lot of the when I write things, I write like this, like the double rhyme in the line and stuff. Yeah, it's really well written, but I don't know. I feel like a lot of people are going to really like the I see you line, but it's too obvious to me. And again, it's like, I don't know. I'm talking about, you know, hitting my phone so hard I find it breathing through a tube in the ICU. That, you know, how can I say this? You're wearing a cloak and a mask, and in interludes during your concerts, positioning yourselves as the arcane vessel for an ancient god. Don't talk about mobile phones, you know. It just feels weird. It's like watching Game of Thrones and one of them pulls up in a car. It's just out of place. It doesn't fit within the mise en scène. Is that the right word? Verisimilitude, maybe. Or the big words that make me sound smart that I'm not entirely sure exactly what they mean. You know what I mean, though. It doesn't really fit. It just felt out of place. And then followed by the too obvious thing. I'm hanging on that, but it's because it just really hit me wrong and derailed me a little bit in the song. It was fine. It wasn't. I don't think it was as bad as it was better than Dangerous, but it wasn't anywhere near the quality of the good songs. 66. It was fine. And yeah, even on Arcadia then didn't lead to anything that good. So 78. Actually 76. All right. Damocles, we know this one. So there's only two originals left. And of the ones I hadn't heard, the only one I've liked that particularly is the first one. Oh dear. Gethsemane. I meant to look up before I started recording what Gethsemane was again. I know it's a biblical thing, but I'm sorry, like, religions bore me. So as soon as I started trying to read about it, I was like, oh, my brain just logged off. Anyway, we'll get to that. Damocles. Sorry, Christians, or any of the domination of religious people in my audience.
Blue blossom days, if only Damocles would hit me back. No alabaster carvings or faces on a farthing would prevent my head from fading to black. And it feels like falling into the sea from outer space in seconds to me. And I play discordant days on repeat until they look like harmony. When the river runs dry and the curtain is cold, how will I know if I can't see the bottom? Come up for air and choke on it all. No one else knows that I've got a problem. What if I can't get up and stand tall? What if the diamond days are all gone? And who will I be when the empire falls? Wake up alone and I'll be forgotten.
Like that bit.
Well, I know I should be touring. I know these chords are boring, but I can't always be killing the game. No golden grand pianos or voices from the shadows will do anything but feel the same. And it feels like falling into the deep from somewhere way up feels like it's screaming to me. When nobody told me I'd get tired of myself, when it all looks like heaven, but it feels like hell. When the river runs dry and the curtain is cold, how will I know if I can't see the bottom? Come up for air and choke on it all. No one else knows that I've got a problem. What if I can't get up and stand tall? What if the diamond days are all gone? And who will I be when the empire falls? Wake up alone and I'll be forgotten.
There's been nowhere near enough 2 on this record so far. Nowhere near enough of that. So, in context, I actually think that's not as good as I had it out of context. But I can't remember what I scored it out of context. It's about the same quality as Emergence, isn't it? Maybe a little lower, 81, maybe 80. Let's go 80. It's a really good ballad with a cool tape runs out, tape switches sides moment. It's really cool. But nothing in it's that memorable. Lyrically, we've talked about the lyrics in this video in 2 videos on this channel. So I'm not going to do it again. But I feel like it's like Caramel. It's another. I'm referring to things that you can't see because they're behind me. Like Caramel, I feel like it's another step outside of the story to talk to the audience, because this is Redacted thinking about, what happens when this whole Sleep Token thing runs out of steam. What happens to me then? Unless I'm reading things into the others that isn't there, but I don't think I was. Like these songs really do seem like 2 people or 2 entities trying to coexist. These 2 songs felt like a rekindling of something, an attempted resolution. So maybe just Caramel and Damocles so far are actually about Redacted, and the others are still just about Sleep and Vessel. Although these ones really don't read like that. I don't know. I think the last 2 tracks will tell us, because maybe Act 2. So Act 1 was all of this, and then Caramel is the 4th wall breaker side, and then this is Act 2, and then we have a 2-song Act 3. I don't know. There's a lot of music left in this album. 6 minutes 23 and 8 minutes 23. So, Gethsemane. How do you actually pronounce that? I haven't bothered looking that up either. Let's look the whole lot up. It's the garden on the Mount of Olives, east of Jerusalem, where Jesus prayed. Where Jesus prayed the night before his crucifixion and was arrested. It's a place of significant religious importance in Christianity, known for the agony in the garden, a period of intense sorrow and prayer experience. This is going to be a feel-good summer jam. Let's go. Ah, dear. Oh yeah, lyrics.
I've learned to live without it, and even though it's cold, and now I no longer feel surrounded. And you never listen to me, and that's the thing I tell the others. You are my heart.
So it was Sleep before then. This is the response to, "Hey, let me be your provider."
Never saw me naked. You
What's with all the sex jams then?
That's the thing I tell the others. I was your robot companion. You were my favorite color. And
oh, there's two. And so then listen to Arcane Roots. I'm down. If you want to go math rock, I'm here for it.
try to turn myself into for you. Someone who didn't mind the push pull part of games. Someone who wasn't always crying.
That's who Vessel is.
Someone who didn't feel the low blows either way. I'll always wait for you when all alone. It was you with the countdown kill switch, and it was me with the blindfolds. Always trying my best, and that's the thing I tell the mirror. I was in love with the thought that we were in love with each other. What might be good for your heart might not be good for my head. What was there at the start might not be there in the end. Do you wanna love me? Do you wanna hurt me? 'Cause nobody hurts me better. Do you wanna hurt me? Do you wanna hurt me? 'Cause nobody hurts me better.
What the fuck is this now? And we're going from this into a rap session by the look of it, so oh. Yeah, 2 gets the name of the album then, that's how it's working. Should get the whole thing though. Alright. Is that crowd cheering noise effect? Sounds like it. And a trap beat. A lo-fi one. Or just low pass filtered maybe.
Came in like a dream, put it down like a smoke. We used to be a team, now we let each other go. Cigarette, I still cling to my clothes. I don't wanna stick around, I just wanna let you know. Came in like a dream, put it down like a smoke. We used to be a team, now we let
it's a
each
loop.
other go.
Okay.
Cigarette, I still cling to my clothes. I don't wanna stick around, I just wanna let you know. Came in like a dream, put it down like a smoke. We used to be a team, now we let each other go. Cigarette, I still cling to my clothes. I don't wanna stick around, I just
Long
wanna
outro.
let you know. Came in like a dream, put it down like a smoke. We used to be a team, now we let each other go. Cigarette, I still cling to my clothes. I don't wanna stick around. It's gonna save me from your memories. Nothing to lose, but I would have given anything to get closer to you and all your enemies. I've got a few of my own, and this phone didn't come with a gun, so I got a different energy. Still see you when the lights get low. I still hear you when I'm on my own. The parasites and the nightmares calling my name like this one's for you and your problems, your good day job, your bad karma. What are you afraid of? The same drama, show me what you're made of. 'Cause you talk about your constant pain like
A door being locked. Okay. Or a gun being cocked, maybe, actually. I don't know, a gun being loaded, maybe. That could be a feisty ending then. But, yeah, so this is the response, isn't it, to Provider. I've learned to live without it. That's what the last 3 albums and 2 EPs was. And even though it's colder now, there's not much warmth in my life without you here. I no longer feel suffocated by you. You never listen to me, that's very clear. Harlequin Bright, Undercover Lover. This bit's weird. All the sex jams. Like, I guess that he's just trying to say... I don't think it's literal. I think it's you never saw me for who I actually was. You never bothered to look. It might be literal, but it'd be weird if it was. Yeah, I was your robot companion, so like that's how she viewed him. Yeah, one-sided love. This is a story that we've heard over 3 albums worth. And if this means he didn't get back with her, good. Obviously not. Don't do that. Yeah, this entire verse was really well written. It was you with the countdown kill switch and it was me with the blindfold on. It's a great, great line. This section was a bit crap. But yes, it's more callback cigarette. The cigarette refers to her again. Crashing her car with him in it, by the sounds of it as well. And then this section was good again. It was hit and miss. This entire album's hit and miss. This was more hit than miss, but less hit than some of the others. Another 76. Yeah, it was good. Not great. Final track. Closer. And hopefully the last song this band write about this one woman. Let's move on. Let's go to a different story. Infinite Bats, 8 minutes 23. Sleep Token's new longest ever song, and I'm here for it. Let's have sections. Let's move between them. Let's have different themes. Let's let 2 do various different things. And let's end on a bang and not a whimper. Infinite Bats. The delay, I'm not liking this delay. It's VPN caused, I'm sure, but... Oh, you're running hot, computer? Jesus Christ. Right. Good job, it's last song.
When you plucked me from the grotto, sounding like a supermodel. When I would wake in staccato, no lightning in a bottle, just one eye on the target, 2 bricks on the throttle. I know now that even if I am frozen, timeless as a ghost in my nightmares of the ocean. The precipice I'm approaching, well, you will empty the darkness. You will keep me in motion, I know now. Infinite buzz washing over me, yeah.
Don't get back with her. It's such a bad idea. It's like watching your boy get with someone you know is terrible for him. Don't do it.
Even if I'm on my own, when the silence
right.
Even my future is threatening. Something is lifting the bones. Something is dancing in a revelry. Wider than oceans below, taller than titans and box springs. The waters of war, where they used to run freezing, where they used to be storms. My horizon is fleeting.
Great line.
Inside, I could slip through a landslide, but I'm finally here, and I'm not leaving this time. Infinite bars washing over me at last. Feel the method in my madness. Feel the glory in my wrath.
Go on to. Get him.
Bursting colors when you laugh. I've been running since I got here, and now I'm falling into
It's your own fault, dude. Fucking could have told you. Shouldn't have needed telling. You told yourself. For 3 albums and 2 EPs. Dickhead. Guitar solo. Let's have it. Come on. Woo. Oh, okay. Two's doing that thing again where he announces himself like a final boss. And the word breakdown is coming up. So still a minute left. Alright, that was that. I think I need to hit pause, or it's just going to autoplay something else. Yeah, it's going to play Emergency again. That's the best song on the album. I don't think there can be much discussion about that. I think the bookends of this album are maybe the best two, along with Caramel. Certainly the best two new ones. Really, really good song. The length flew by. The time flew by. The length was not an issue. Recounting the first couple albums, and I was like, no, don't. But I think he does. But I think the version of him that does is the one. I'm gonna drop the gimmick. I'm not gonna say anyone's names, but the version of Redacted that is getting back with the person who inspired Sleep in that story is the one who has been through everything that inspired the previous albums and is stronger for it, and that's why we got All Heavy at the end, Teeth of God, Blood of Man. So it's not the same person getting back with this person. It's someone who can more is combined the two halves of himself to become someone who can hold their own. But if you're having to get evil to hold your own in a relationship, it's probably not the right one for you. Oh yeah, I don't really like that part of it, like the potentially factual part of it. I don't want to talk about a thing. There's a thing, but I don't want to talk about a thing. If you know what the thing is that I'm thinking about saying, but I won't say, to do with Redacted, if you already know, then you already know, but I'm not going to say it in the video. Message me, I'll tell you. I'll tell you if you message me. Right. Yeah, really good song. Don't get back with your exes. Best song on the album. I think overall, what I want to write about this, like the scores are all over the fucking place. And the three of the high ones are songs that we already heard, but that shouldn't detract from the overall rating of the album. I'm going to say hit and miss, but the hits are good enough to forgive the misses. Now I'm very aware that my rating for Turn Back to Eden is 73, but there's only two songs that I've rated below that, and everything else is higher. Three songs are rated below that. Quick maths, kind of rough. Average here is probably high 70s, isn't it? The number that's in my head for the overall experience of that album is a 76. And so I think that's where I'm going to go. I think the two songs either end are really good. I think Caramel's really good. Emergence, Damocles, Guess What I Mean, even in Arcadia are solid. Provider, Past Self, and Dangerous are a bit crap. So yeah, definition of hit and miss. I'm going to say 76, and I'm going to post my review. And that's what I think of the album. What do you think of it? Go in the comments and tell me. Did you also pretend to be in New Zealand so that you could watch and listen to this early? How's your computer doing? Touch the fan. Ooh, it's hot. Anyway, I've been Royston Charmaine, so from me and my channel founder Trin Exists, until the future, drive safe. I was kind of right, wasn't I, in the end? I wasn't that hyped for it. I was kind of right not to be, apart from a couple of songs. A couple of good additions, but not as many as we'd hoped for. Oh well.